Guys, here we are in Game 4. Well, just a score in just a moment, but this has been an intense TVT series. And I do encourage you, if you're watching this VOD first for some weird reason, go watch the others because, man, this has been a wicked series so far.
Yeah, heavy-hitting series, man. This has been really enjoyable to watch. Was the last week's series this good?
Oh, definitely. But guys, let's get into this one. Spawning here in the lower right corner for the finals of the ZOTAC North American Cup. $100 up for grabs here today. Winner takes all. In the lower right, he's red. He's playing for CMStorm and himself. It is Polt.
And his opponent spawning up in the top left-hand corner, Star Station. It is hailing from Quantic.Apoc, the blue Terran player. Can he take it home, seal the deal with this, and be one of the only two-time back-to-back winners of ZOTAC in ZOTAC history?
Well, that also beats Polt, man. I mean, Jesus.
But also, yeah, that's what I was going for initially, but I was like, wait. We've only had like one or two players.
I think he has done back-to-backs as well.
But has done back-to-back.
But one thing I want to comment here before we get too far into the game, I didn't think about this till the load screen, but on the load screen, so Polt has, I can't tell if it's a Marauder or the Hellbat, or sorry, Firebat. Either way, he's got one of those two as his icon. Apocalypse as the Ghost, and I feel that those icons, as silly as this is to say, really represent, like, you've got the tactical strikes and the sort of stealthy mechanics of these drops getting in behind enemy lines that Apocalypse is able to pull off. Like last game, that third base, how many times did he sneak handfuls of Marines in there, right? And then you got
and it was
Polt.
So effective, it ended up winning in the game.
Yeah, and like, those are sneaky ghost tactics. Then you got Polt, who's like, whether you see it's the Marauder or the Hellbat, Firebat, whichever it is, that's kind of the way he plays. Likes his bio, likes to stick to like very dedicated, brutal pushes. And I mean, I can't get over how perfectly represented these guys are by their portrait.
Yeah.
Okay, Reapers for both players, not too uncommon. Star Station has a lot of areas you can jump up into the main.
Yeah. It's like, in a TVT, you have to have a real set of balls on you to open up anything but Reapers on this map.
You know, one thing that really intrigues me too is I want to point out that every game, Apocalypse has not been going for scouting.
Yep.
And Polt
yeah,
always
he uses
gets in
his
there.
first couple units, whether it's a Reaper or a Hellion. It's interesting. There are two types of people who play TVT: people who scout, and people who don't scout.
People who win and people who lose.
Yeah. I'm
sadly the latter. TVT's like my worst matchup.
TVT's a pain in the ass. I just don't enjoy it. I think if I enjoyed it, if I found like some enjoyable aspect of it, I would have the possibility to get better.
The time of my life.
Yeah, that's like I was literally thinking of song lyrics while I was trying to actually find the word that I wanted. I still was without the word that I actually wanted, but this is a similar 2-Rax Reaper build that he used in previous games.
That's good. You know the advantage of casting with me, Panda?
Yes, what is that?
You can always count on me to say something really stupid to distract from what you do or do not know what to say.
It's late at this point, man. It's getting to 11:30.
Man, oh, there's a lot of Reapers coming out of Polt, and there's already 3 across the field, and right now, I mean, Apocalypse, he's going to have trouble dealing with this.
Yes, he will. I like the fact that Polt hasn't shown more than 1 Reaper at any point.
He's about to, though. And it's only 2, though, but even still, that's not anything crazy.
Oh, especially if he kills this Reaper. That would be a huge victory for Polt. Unfortunately, though, I feel like
he runs into the other... He sees all 4.
Yeah.
But he's missed... You're right. He's missed this opportunity to get in there and cause game-ending damage.
So, if Froz is watching still, this is what I was talking about, man. This build that Apocalypse does, he's going to be able to defend against these Reapers on a map as large as this.
Man, you feel like a horse's ass, though, if Polt just wins this straight up now.
I totally will.
Well, he snipes off the SCV. That's a huge start. The starboard was very close to finishing, but the Hellions going to deal with these Reapers quite nicely.
Oh no, Apocalypse was microing that. He could have had 2 more kills.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
But he holds, and that's a really big deal. He expands behind this too. He's a little bit ahead of Polt, although just barely.
And we actually have a medevac to follow this up, so Apocalypse wants to continue being aggressive. Polt is continuing with this Widow Mine transition that we've seen him do time and time again out of this Reaper play, but at the cost of getting his early upgrades. I would think that Apocalypse is going to transition into Bio because mech is very difficult to pull off on this map, but I don't know. For all I know, it could be mech, or it could be Bionic here, or mech, yeah. All the things, man.
all of the things just about right. That's kind of been the way these games have gone. We've seen everything shy of Ghosts and Battlecruisers just so far.
Although I want to see some freaking Ghost and Battlecruisers. This push from Apocalypse is really scary. Oh, and he's transitioning to mech. What the hell?
Man, if he
This
can...
is a very strange map to mech on. I think the only reason he's doing it is because he's up 1 in the series after winning the game on Whirlwind.
I mean, he can't really push into the natural. That bunker's going to hold this push. This is not enough here. If he elevators everything up to the main panda, oh my god. But he's going to be... He can't without the Viking here. He's got Marines, actually, so maybe if he could dispatch the Viking and then an elevator? I don't know. Either way, he's going to push, and this is...
I was assuming that he was actually going to elevator, but pushing the center might actually do him a world of good, because all the Widow Mines are the main right now. At the moment, he's...
There's a tank up for Polt, though. Once that siege modes, the bunker still stands. Yeah, he needs to just GTFO.
Oh no.
The bunker to the left, the tank on the main.
He loses that medevac.
That's the high ground vision. And now he will actually get out with...
That was a very solid trade from Apocalypse. Or from Polt.
Yeah, Polt held that nicely.
Very nicely. A little bit of lost mining time, a couple Marines died. Hell yes, I would take that trade.
I still think I would have liked to have seen him elevator. I mean, he didn't have knowledge of the bunker, so that's why he pushed, but I mean, that bunker held so great.
And here comes the additional factory transition. So yeah, it's definitely going to be mech. I really hope that this first Hellbat drop does damage, because really the staple of his mech play against Polt in the game on Neo Planet S was those medevac drops. They did not let up, consistently dealing a ridiculous amount of damage to his opponent. Yeah. And it kept Polt on the back foot. He was behind in upgrades against a meching Terran. Like, that does not happen every day.
You know, the thing here for me too as a caster, I'm so biased towards this, is I really want Polt to win this game. I mean, I do love Polt. There's no questioning that, but I want to see this go to Game 5 so badly. The first 3 games have been insane. This one's probably not going to be any different, but alright, we got Hellbat drops. There's But the bunker, a Widow Mine, and this tank, plus the Viking, this is the worst place you could try to drop. This is not going to go good. He's just got to run right past us, I feel.
Oh gosh.
Nope. Oh my god. It flies into the abyss. Not really any workers picked off either. One Hellbat struggles to do that, but Vikings patrolling around the map. I mean, Polt's expecting more. I mean, you don't do 1 Hellbat drop. Again, Boromir face. One does not simply drop 2 Hellbats.
Yeah. You invest in the armory. Even if you're going for mech, you need to try and keep your opponents guessing and constantly defensive. It's very easy to defend your 2 base on this map, but like once you take a 3rd, and especially taking a 4th base, it's incredibly difficult. Oh no. What the hell was that? That
was terrible, quite frankly, yeah.
That was one of the worst decisions I've seen in a professional match in a very long time.
This is where we go to referee all chat, type GG, and say, Game 5, guys, give it. No, I'm just kidding, but still, it was a real big blunder.
Apocalypse is going to be able to hold here. He does have 2 tanks just coming out right now. But he really lost a lot of map control with that. Oh, and his opponent is actually going for this air superiority. And there's no reactor on that starport. He just now finished up with his racks that he's now looking to scout with.
Oh, he's going to snipe off that medevac so quick, Panda.
Apocalypse doesn't have a 3rd completed yet, and he needs to burn so many scans.
He's actually going to have a command center flying around to be the scans. That's awesome! Or not command center, sorry, barracks, but either way.
Barracks, yes.
There's a small handful of Marines that can't try to focus the Vikings, but they're so busy shooting what's on the ground. The Vikings get everything in the air and get away. Not unscathed. One of them has 3 health remaining, but still, very nice. Even putting some damage on that starport. And the tank wars. Oh man, he's gonna get the tech lab. And if he snipes that tech lab, that's less tanks, and less tanks means Apocalypse might lose the game.
Yeah. Oh, and Polt's actually elevating Marines up. This is what I was waiting for. Unfortunately for Polt, the Hellbat count is actually pretty high at this point, but he will be able to deny his opponent's 3rd base due to the tank positioning.
He can also treat this like Zerg and just lift off if the Hellbats become too close. There's no anti-air for this army to have to worry about. These medevacs will go unopposed.
And the starport is in danger of going down here, being target fired by the Marines.
It gets the Viking out. But it's
the lone Viking snipes the starport.
It goes down, and that's Game 5.
We will actually be seeing Game 5 between these 2 Titans facing off in yet another ZOTAC Finals.
Oh, we have a single hero Hellbat gonna come in and take on the tank, actually. He gets in close enough to stop the damage. What the hell? An SCV as well. Perhaps the bros of bros. Yeah, I mean, losing the starport was critical. Losing the tech lab, that sucked. He's repairing the factory, so he's not going to lose it, thank God. I'm going to keep Polt in this for a little bit longer, but, I mean, just not looking good for Apocalypse at all.
His opponent just dropped 4 mules in his third. That's completed and is actually morphed into a rule.
Yeah, the economy game going to play huge repercussions against Apocalypse. And it's a bit of a lull now because, I mean, right now, what can he do? Polt, he doesn't know, like, look, he knows he's ahead after an attack like that, but he doesn't know how far ahead. And the last thing he wants to do is throw away his army into an attack that won't get him any sort of footway into this game. And, I don't know, footway's not a real word, deal with it. Meanwhile, there's a Thor and a couple Hellbats. Yes. Apocalypse doesn't have much of anything, Panda.
And it's going to be really difficult to fight against this, considering that his opponent has 4 tanks. I mean, the Marauder count is high enough to be able to contest this solely based on the bio, but with those tanks to zone, especially the production of the Thor too, like, alright, now that you've made a Thor and you've invested all those mineral gas and, like, building time, what the hell? These scans, man.
Well, the Hellbats go down pretty much immediately. There's just not enough tanks. There's so many more Hellbats behind this, but will it matter is the big question. I'm thinking not. The Tech Lab being focused down. Siege tanks have got to reposition, though. Oh, taking some volleys from the high ground. Apocalypse, this is exactly what he needs. A lot of this army from Polt starting to dissipate.
Unfortunately, though, Polt has so much economy behind this, and even the Marauders are pushing through, healed by the Medivacs. He took out a fair amount of his opponent's tanks, too. Whereas Polt's just constantly laying siege at these supply depots.
Yeah, supply blocking his opponent's pretty much the worst thing. Apocalypse actually going to charge in here with the Thor. Gets a hit off, but gonna lose it if not careful. Oh god, with a Thor going down, Panda, that seals the deal if nothing else.
Yeah, that awkward moment when, like, you're trying to drop your opponent's third base and you see your opponent constructing a 4th.
Yeah, I mean the counterattack. You don't even
third up. You have it all game.
The counter drop, yeah, cleaned up so quickly. GG. Okay, cool. So we are gonna get a game 5.
Yeah, we are gonna get a game 5.
I can get behind this.